Crow, it's time for the critter count video.
Oh.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
I'm working on it.
Come on.
Hold on, I'm in the
The
middle.
critters.
All right.
Let's go.
Welcome to month 2 of a critter count reporting for 2025. And the numbers, the highest numbers, again, looked sort of like month 1, with newts coming in at 475 individuals. The breakdown of that, where they were identified as one of the 2 local newt species rather than just the newt genus. We had 167 that were positively identified as rough-skinned newts and 37 that were identified as California newts. The reason why a lot of them aren't identified is often you have to get a really close look at them in order to tell. It's hard to count them and identify them when they're in the water. But overall, it's a lot of newts. And the other animals worth mentioning in terms of large numbers, the dark-eyed junco, which is, again, in my opinion, the most numerous vertebrate in the park, is at 121 individuals, followed closely by the Steller's jay at 120. And they were so close that I figured I'd mention them both. We did find a lot of new animals, new meaning that we did not see them in January this year, but did see them in February. And the new amphibian for the month was the American bullfrog, which is technically an invasive species. Living in cold regions, it tends to brumate or become inactive during the cold spell, but then we had a couple of really warm days, so the bullfrogs were out. Northern Pacific rattlesnake, there's a den that we know about, and they were seen briefly in the opening to their den, just because, again, warm day. Largemouth bass is a new fish for the month. Somebody sometimes stocks the pond for their own use, I guess. It is not a native species. And common carp, which is an invasive species of fish that lives up in Lake Branch Reservoir. Common carp is actually known as the worst invasive species worldwide in terms of the impact it has, although ironically enough, it is becoming harder to find in its native range. New mammal for the month, California ground squirrel. They tend to be mostly underground during the cold months and the rainy months, but they're popping up occasionally. And we had some new invertebrates. We have the reticulate tail dropper, which is a type of slug, and the Nicklin's shoulder band snail. And then we have sowbug, also known as the giant canyon woodlouse, which is technically a crustacean. And again, it's not an insect or a spider, so we count it. And 4 new birds, the great blue heron, Hutton's vireo, which has started singing because it's nearly spring, so easier to see, or hear at least. Mourning dove and the hermit thrush. Hermit thrushes seem to be down in numbers a little bit this year, but we did finally see one in February. And that's a wrap for new animals and the high counts.
No acorns were harmed in the making of this video.
Make sure you tune in next month for our critter count video.